Leg weakness in seniors doesn't happen overnight. It creeps in subtly. The legs start to feel heavier, stairs become harder to climb, getting out of a chair takes more effort, and walks grow shorter. What's most frustrating is that many people over 60 try their best to stay active and eat healthy, yet still feel their legs giving out. The hidden culprit? Often, it's not lack of effort, it's the wrong fruits. Most people believe all fruits are healthy. That belief is dangerous. While fruits are generally nutrient-dense, not all fruits benefit aging bodies the same way. Some are extremely high in natural sugars that cause inflammation, spike insulin, and leach minerals from your bones and muscles. Others interfere with calcium absorption or increase acidity in tissues, both of which directly contribute to leg weakness, cramps, and nerve discomfort in seniors. What makes things worse is that many of these harmful fruits are marketed as heart-healthy, hydrating, or high in antioxidants. But for someone over 60, especially if you have circulation issues, diabetes, joint pain, or are on medications, these fruits can accelerate the loss of leg strength, especially if eaten frequently. Let's look at the 5 worst fruits that people over 60 must reduce or avoid if they want to walk with power, avoid muscle cramps, prevent falls, and regain confidence in their step. 1. Watermelon, the sugar trap in disguise. Watermelon is 92% water, and that's part of the problem. Seniors often eat it for hydration, but what they're really getting is a massive dose of fast-digesting sugar with almost no fiber. 1 cup of watermelon contains 9 grams of sugar with a high glycemic index of 76. That causes rapid blood sugar spikes, which pull magnesium and potassium from your system, minerals critical for muscle function and leg nerve signals. Even worse, watermelon contains citrulline, which may sound helpful because it improves blood flow in younger people, but in aging bodies it can interact with blood pressure medications and exacerbate leg swelling or heaviness due to fluid retention. What happens over time? Seniors who eat watermelon regularly often complain of heavier legs, nighttime leg cramps, or numbness, all signs of mineral depletion and glycemic stress. 2. Bananas, the acidifiers of the lower body. Bananas are often seen as a potassium superfood, but after 60, they can have the opposite effect. They are one of the most acidifying fruits, which means they increase lactic acid in the muscles, making your legs feel sore and slow to recover. While they contain potassium, they also contain high amounts of starch and fructose, which can ferment in the gut and cause bloating, poor nutrient absorption, and muscle fatigue. More critically, bananas are constipating for many seniors, especially those on low-fiber diets or certain medications. Constipation can create lower abdominal pressure that leads to sciatic nerve compression, radiating weakness down the legs. Worst of all, many seniors eat bananas with cereal or toast in the morning, a triple sugar and starch bomb that drains their energy, causes insulin spikes, and leaves legs feeling weak before the day even begins. 3. Grapes, the sugar bomb that attacks muscle tone. Grapes, especially the seedless, sweet green and red types, are extremely high in glucose and fructose. Just 1 cup contains 23 grams of sugar with 0 fiber, and seniors often eat more than 1 serving without realizing it. This intense sugar load causes muscle inflammation, contributes to water retention in the lower legs, and leads to blood sugar crashes that sap muscle energy within hours. The sugar in grapes also feeds gut bacteria that promote gas and bloating, creating abdominal pressure that impairs leg circulation. Seniors who already have varicose veins or vascular insufficiency may notice worsening swelling or tight calves after eating grapes. And it gets worse, many grapes are sprayed with residual pesticides, which are known endocrine disruptors and can interfere with mineral absorption, especially magnesium and zinc, which are both necessary for strong legs and nerve conduction. Pineapple is juicy, tropical, and rich in enzymes like bromelain, which is often promoted for inflammation. But here's the issue. For seniors over 60, pineapple can do more harm than good when it comes to leg strength. Why? Because it's extremely acidic and high in fructose, which places a burden on the liver and disrupts electrolyte balance, both essential to proper muscle contraction and nerve communication. As aging bodies lose muscle mass and circulation slows, they also become more sensitive to acid-forming foods. Pineapple, with its sharp pH and sugar content, increases calcium loss through urine, leaving muscles undersupported. That results in increased risk of cramps, muscle spasms, or sudden leg buckling when standing or walking. Some seniors also experience joint pain flares after pineapple-heavy smoothies or fruit salads, especially if eaten at night. There's another problem. Bromelain can interfere with medications, especially blood thinners and antibiotics. Combined with its high sugar, pineapple becomes a silent inflamer, giving a refreshing feeling up front, but draining strength from the legs in the hours that follow. 5. Dried fruits, concentrated sugar poison for leg muscles. Raisins, dried apricots, prunes, figs, and dates are often recommended for seniors, but only because they're marketed as fiber-rich and natural. In reality, dried fruits are concentrated sugar bombs that provide very little hydration, almost no live enzymes, and are often preserved with sulfites, which cause inflammation in joints and stiffness in muscles. Just a handful of raisins can contain over 30 grams of sugar, and unlike fresh fruit, dried versions lack water content. This means they sit longer in the gut, ferment, create gas, and draw water out of the digestive tract, leading to dehydration. And dehydration is one of the fastest ways to weaken your legs. Muscles are 75% water. Take away that hydration and they lose tone, become more injury-prone, and recover slower after activity. Dried fruits also spike insulin dramatically, and for seniors with insulin resistance or pre-diabetes, this causes inflammation in the capillaries of the legs, leading to heavy legs, tingling, or nerve pain. Over time, this repeated sugar overload breaks down collagen in the joints and depletes minerals like magnesium, zinc, and calcium, further weakening leg strength. The domino effect of the wrong fruits. When seniors over 60 eat these 5 fruits regularly, watermelon, bananas, grapes, pineapple, and dried fruits, they unknowingly create a biochemical environment that works against leg strength. These fruits create inflammation, especially in joints and nerve endings, lead to water retention or dehydration, depending on how they're consumed, interfere with medication, digestion, and nutrient absorption. Over weeks and months, the result is visible. Legs that feel like they're giving out, balance that falters, pain that radiates down the thighs or calves, and even a shuffling gait that becomes more pronounced. Most blame this on aging, but in truth, diet is often the overlooked cause, especially the fruits we think are doing us good. These are not signs of aging alone, they're signs your muscles and nerves are under stress, often from excess sugar, acidity, or poor mineral retention triggered by certain fruits.